guys, we are back with round 3. Spicy one for us here, Kitty. What are we going with?
So, on the left, we have a decorated, well-known UK player, Simon Drake, and he's back at it again with the 4-colour wall. This is something we've seen, it's his bread and butter, and we know what's expecting. On the other side, Mike is here with his Gilgamesh FFBE deck.
Oh, and we're going straight in with an Axe Star. That's pretty spicy, but no targets to freeze or anything, so...
7-colour wall isn't the only thing that can mess around with some multicolour shenanigans. Of course, Simon doesn't know that this is what Mike is doing. He's just seen Ami, Yuzuki, and Axe Star. So, he can just go into the assumption that this is probably a Magisativus list.
Yeah, exactly that. The thing is, though, is that we can see from Simon's list, he's sitting on 2 Toto. There's enough for a couple board wipes in there already. Bash, obviously, to go digging for it. 1, though, which is interesting.
What I especially like Simon's list because it is actually Warriors of Light. He is playing Faris, the legend. Refia is in there. And Ark is in there. And I think Ark is a very important card for 4-colour decks because it's very much... It's a consistency card that can get you whatever you need, and it wins the mirrors.
Yeah. And we're just seeing here, Simon taking the slow approach, just getting a bit of setup, because if you can remove these 2 forwards, your opponent's sat on no backups, so you're going to be way behind.
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier, the Claris, the King Tycoon, the Lena. This is a backup package that is pretty standard in 4 colours these days.
Yeah, it's a nice, interesting backup package. Hopefully we don't see another no draw on a Lena effect, but sometimes it happens.
But the other thing to note about 4-colour is that it can play a lot of EX bursts. This deck, I don't know the exact number, but I reckon there's 17 minimum.
Yeah, because we were talking about this in our previous streams. The average was about 22 in
22
the room.
was 22 was the number.
Yeah.
I know about you.
Huh?
I'm feeling 22. Okay, right, this man has
lost me already.
Taylor Swift, mate.
Yeah, you definitely lost me. Don't listen to that.
So, because of this high EX count, this Yuzuki and Axe Star might be in for more trouble than they are bargaining for. We see the Gilga, the namesake of the deck, in hand, as well as a backup by Dolus, and I believe that's grab an ice backup from the break zone. Jacko, I see you in chat. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Yeah, he did lovingly put up the way to check the standings, but there's
and
the Gilga.
The cat's out the bag. The cat is out of the bag. How many colours do we have in there?
So we got...
Fire, ice, and earth. So we got 3.
Okay.
3 is the number, and the number is 3. Which means Gilga has the first of the effects.
So, haste, first strike, and 1,000 power. Now, we get to go to combat. It looks like Simon is going to 3 here.
That's not an EX.
That's
not an EX.
That's also not an EX.
That's a good hit. Good hit.
I know we have the list in front of us. That is an EX hit, though. There is our first Leviathan EX.
Oh, that's painful. And there's the Refia in the break zone, and we probably bounce. The Yuzuki's not a bad shout to bounce, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't hate that, to be honest.
I think it is the Yuzuki. Yep. Get it out of here.
Okay, so big EXs there. This now hopefully will allow
Sawyer and Lulu.
Yeah, this should hopefully allow Simon to get claw back in this and not take too much more damage. Otherwise, we could be looking at a really quick game.
So, what's the line of play here? He's got in his hand. He's got the 4-colour wall. He's got the Refia. He's got a Lulu, and he's got a Fusoya.
I mean,
not actually that much you can do with it. I mean, you can grab the Asura back. But is Asura achieving much on this board state? Probably not. So, although Simon's hand is a bit stacked, it's going to be interesting to see. I think, is Fusoya just the cleanest play here?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's going to get a couple of effects off, so...
And if you toss the wall, you'll get 3. So you tap... you've got the winds, you've got the earth from the backups, but that means you can't toss the Refia doesn't count anyway because it's water, and the Lulu doesn't matter because the King Tycoon's already on the board, so you have to toss the wall if you want extra value out of that Fusoya. If he gets 3, he will get a draw a card, choose a summon in a break, add it back, and yep, he's doing it.
Yeah,
for 3. So we're going to bounce probably the Gilga because I don't really think you want to bounce an Axe Star at this point.
No, absolutely not.
Add a Asura back and draw a card.
So again, it's not bad. It gives you a block as well. It should save you from any massive damage, but we shall see.
That EX burst stings. Every time I see 4-color wall take damage, I clench a little because you just expect it to happen. You expect the worst. And the Gilga's going back to hand. This is what we thought.
And there's the
draw,
back.
and there's the outside. And he drew a Refia.
Do you overpay for it and go for it?
No, you wait. You're on 3 backups. You got a big boy on board.
Yeah.
You're only taking 3 damage, so you're not in potential lethal just yet. Hasty Goblin. And is that an Oracle? What is that he's just drawn? I can't see that. So there is some interesting plays that Mike can take here. We know he's got a Yazuki in hand, and we know he's got the Gilga in hand. Oh, it's 7-cost wall.
So is he thinking of just going for it?
He can pay it.
Yeah.
It costs his hand, but I think at this point you don't have any other choice.
Yeah, you've gone aggro, you've gone no backups, you may as well just commit to the bit.
3, 4, he's doing it. Drop it. 7-cost wall, making his grand entrance to the Winter Cup.
Some might say he was dropping it like it was hot.
That's not a 3. That is a 3. That is also a 3. That's a 3 you've already got on board, and that's a really good one. So Bash is definitely getting taken here. Garnet's not bad for getting the Ami back. Larcacus, he has a Goblin. He does have a Goblin.
Yeah, could have provided a little bit more haste, which is nice. I think the right play here would actually be the Garnet and the Bash, like you said.
I mean, it's not Axstar and it's not Moogle. Good, we've ruled those out straight away. So now you got a choice to make. I don't think you go Garnet because although you can get the Ami, you can't get the CP to pay for it. Bash is definitely one of the correct choices. Now, do you want the Hasty Goblin or do you want the Ami a turn later?
The thing is, I mean, in theory, giving this Warrior Light now haste, 9k gets over the Fusoya, it probably puts a bit more pressure on.
The other thing to note is that because he's hit 2 3s, that Axstar's now swinging and killing. That Fusoya is dead as a dodo.
Yeah.
So he's going for the Garnets. See what order. I mean, he's going to have the Ami back. He's going to take a point of damage. There's the Ami. And point of damage is a class 7th Moogle. I believe that's the fire that taps for ice.
Yeah, so slightly punished because you didn't hit any experts.
I don't think you get the Moogle brothers at this point. You're not playing a backup game. You're trying to kill. You need to go for the headshot at this point.
Yeah.
So what cards does he have that could potentially do that? Ledna? I'm hesitant to go for a dual colour because of the potential brick ability.
Yeah, it feels like it'd be nice to be able to get something like that Ishtola, but...
I mean, if you're going to try and finish him off, then Ishtola is the one to do it. And, he only needs to draw lightning, but I think he's looking at seeing how much lightning does he potentially have. Worst case, Ishtola is just Ami CP.
Yeah, I mean, he's got one card in hand. We know it's the Ami. The Ami is not going to be playable this turn. But that's the way it goes. Quick cuts. No, he's not attack. He's not. There we go.
There it is.
I thought for a moment there he kind of forgotten to attack.
Fusoya should leave the field presently.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely. 3k per 3 cost. He's going to do a number.
Oh, good hit. Good hit.
What a flex with a full out wall there.
That is a spicy card. Right, so, honestly, in terms of EXs in 4-color stacks, this is not the worst I've seen. This is a decent hit. You've hit one Leviathan, but it didn't spin. It just got a bounce and an add back. And the add back was a Refia, which he drew anyway. So, Mike's okay. He's okay.
It feels like Simon, though, needs to start getting these walls out. He needs to start using that Refia so he can kind of bottom deck the things like Axstar.
He won't be able to bottom deck, though, because he hasn't got the Warriors of Light. What he needs is Faris, and he needs Faris now. Not tomorrow, not after breakfast. Now.
Great reference. Love it.
That is a great movie.
Yeah. A
little bit of trivia for you.
Go on.
Did you know the camp warden, the head prison officer from I can't remember the Shawshank.
Yeah.
Is the voice of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah. I do love that film. Just for the sentence of, you know what I like to think went through Warden Miller's head. But other than that bullet.
Right. So we do have a game, and it's. So what does he have access? He's got Elena. All right, so he's got a Lena, which means he can play Faris. So Faris is live, assuming he's got the Wall CP, which he does, because we know he has the Refia.
Yeah, exactly that. He does have 2 Refia in hand, but you kind of feel like he needs to get her out alongside it to start picking off these forwards. So
1,
just mathing it out.
and 3 for Lulu. Okay, get the Asura back. Is Asura going to activate backups?
It would be nice, because in theory he could get the Faris out, ping something like the Axstar, cast the Azura, set Axstar to 5k, and then when he moves to combat, that should be enough.
Okay, so he's played the Refia, and then he'll go to combat, and that Lena will reactivate. And I think it is at that point that he may potentially like to use the Lena S effect. He doesn't have to do it now. He can do it during Mike's turn for some potential big boom damage.
Yeah, but I don't see what you bring out there that you don't kind of need right now.
He's going for the Asura now to react. I'm assuming he's reactivating the backups. So, Lulu sets the Axstar to 5.
Yeah, I don't hate this because in theory, if he can get the Faris back, that's going to kill the Axstar.
He's kept the Refia in hand. He's doing it. This has to be Faris, surely.
Yeah, you got to think it is, right?
Yeah,
yep. Pull out the mana. Well, it's not even a man, is it? I believe it's a lady.
So it is going to kill the Axstar because you're going to get 2 lots of 3k pings from the Faris, and Axstar's been set to 5 from the Lulu. So that is a dead Axstar.
Yeah, this might be enough to keep Simon in the game here. It'll still be close.
This is really painful knowing that Ami is in hand and he's just 1 card off.
Yeah. But again, Simon knew that because he saw it get back. So
that's what we forgot for today. The wheel of excuses.
Well, I couldn't play Miami.
I couldn't. I was just 1 CP off. Top decks were bad, man. EXs. What can you do?
No backups.
Well, we'll try and get a digital one set up so that if we have some people that want to spin the wheel and know why they didn't perform as well as they could have.
Slightly sadistic, but I do love it.
So, where are we going from here? Faris is obviously going to get a search, and it's probably going to be a Warrior of Light. If he has one left, I don't know if he does.
Trial.
Okay.
Okay. Cast Asura again for reasons. Do I see an Ixion there in Mike's break zone?
There is an Ixion. Ixion's big. If he can cast it, that is. I mean, it's not actually because all his stuff costs 3 as well. It's very mutually assured destruction.
And do you know what? I'm not sure I'm a fan of this Cryol.
One thing I'm curious about is why he's left the Lena up if the only summon he can use is Asura. But I assume the Cryol's just coming down for the sake of playing it. It can wait. It can wait.
The thing is I mean, maybe he could have done that on entry, activated his backups, but.
So, it looks like Mike has drawn a pretty bricky situation. He has a Demon, a Moogle, an Ami, and an Ishtola. He can't play the Ishtola, which I think is what he wants to play. Demon, again, he's 1 CP off. He does have an Ami.
I think you're on damage 1 here, your opponent's on 4. You attack with the Warrior of Light, keep the Ami back so you can pass turn.
I don't even know if I want to attack, but that's because I'm just scared of the EX bursts.
Oh yeah, Mighty Guard there calling it. The Refia is live.
The Refia is live. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cryol, Refia, Faris, Lena.
Yeah, that is a good spot there, Mighty. Well done. Should be alongside us, seeing stuff that we're not even seeing.
Yes,
we're too busy not looking.
Could we pull up Refia a sec? I just want to see the wording on the draw effects. Obviously, Simon can just turn 4 of his Warriors of Light sideways, and something is going to be bottomed. Yeah,
but you got to be careful now when you do that. Because you do not want to leave yourself open to too many attacks. Yep,
there's the Refia for you. And of course, what this is going to mean is next turn, whatever Refia doesn't deal with, Faris will, because that's 9k worth of pings coming down.
Yeah.
The other problem with the Refia effect, it's an action ability. Yeah. Ami can't touch it.
No, you cannot. I think, from Mike's perspective here, I still like the attack with the Warrior of Light. Because I doubt that Simon would do the Refia effect then, because it still leaves him open to the other 2.
Well, he's going to swing. Now, do you bottom the Warrior of Light? The other thing to note is Simon does have to be aware that an S effect is an option.
Yeah. Though, to be honest, I like here just chumping with the Lulu. Potentially getting the ability to play one again.
It could take another damage. I mean, going to 5 is not the worst thing in the world, especially because you do have cards that do trigger on damage 5. He hasn't got the Tyro yet. He's doing the Refia now.
We're going
1,
with
2,
it.
3, 4. What's going to the bottom? The Warrior Light?
Yeah.
No S effect here.
So, the thing is, again, he's still potentially losing either 2 damage or Lulu and a damage.
Yeah. I think if you're Mike, you still swing with these two.
Yeah, but
Go on, Mike. Be brave. Be brave. We know you can do this.
You've got an Ami in hand. You might as well.
Yeah, exactly. You've got an Ami, which can be a potential situation dealer with. You have a window here. He's doing it. Yep, good man.
I think this is right because if you obviously now have the ability to.
I take back everything I said.
That's an ACK. That's an ACK EX. I mean, this was the possibility.
Yeah.
You're running into multi-element, you're going to hit some EX bursts.
And the Brynhilder's in there as well for the Lulu.
Yeah. The funny thing is, look at that. Ack, Leviathan, skip a couple, Brynhilder.
Yep, he's getting the Brynhilder.
Simon was stacked for those EXs.
Of course, because of the Lulu, that Brynhilder will one-shot anything.
Yeah.
He is going to need the CP for it. He needs to draw a fire card.
Oh, that could be Brick Central right now.
Mm-hmm. So you swing with the Garnet now. At this point, what have you got to lose?
You might as well. You're going to lose one to bottom deck anyway.
Yep.
And potentially one to the Brynhilder.
So does Simon go to 6, or does he tank the Lulu? Yeah. He's going to 6.
Going to 6. Oof.
Never punished. Never punished.
Oh, there's a King Tycoon.
Does he play the 3rd Lena? I can search a Faris anyway. It doesn't matter.
Although I don't hate the... Yeah. I don't hate doing the Lena way of doing it to keep that one in circulation.
Remember when we said Brynhilder needed a fire CP?
Oh yeah, of course. I forgot he had the Brynhilder well removed.
That just worked out absolutely. I feel so bad for him.
Does have to wait till his turn because obviously the Lulu effect needs to wait. But
it does.
But this is not terrible. So in theory here we can probably kill. I think the Bash, bottom deck the Garnet. I think.
Simon is running a risk. I mean, he is still, for all intents and purposes, one hasty boy off losing this game. Atola would win, providing Refia is not up to deal with it.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Do you Brynhilder these two, or do you save it for something a bit spicier?
So, Berserk, they're pointing out something. Has Simon forgotten about the Astola in hand? Because if at any point Mike hits a lightning card, that Astola comes. And he's using his Brynhilder now.
Yep.
If he attacks with too many Warrior Lights here, Simon could lose this game.
It's all down to whether he leaves his Warriors of Light up or not.
Well, I think Refia reactivates, I believe, in the start of combat.
Start of combat.
So you can still bottom deck one, attack with a Lulu perhaps.
But he's got to play slow. He's got to play slow because he needs to keep 4 Warriors up.
That's it. But with the reactivation, it still gives you the option. So you don't attack with them. Just poke with the Lulu, and hope that you don't see, the lightning card. But at the same time, you could then still activate with the Warrior Lights.
Thinking about it, it's actually a pretty good demon angle. Just call Warrior of Light. Bye.
Yeah,
it is not a bad demon angle. Another thing to note, I'm staring at that goblin in the break zone, thinking, is there something going on with that? We know there's a Larkicus in there somewhere. Draws a Tyro. Tyro is not a bad card to play right now.
I mean, he's got a lot of backups there. I think there was an Edgar in hand as well, but
he's bottom decking the Bash.
Yeah, I don't hate this. You're gonna get the reactivation.
Oh, top.
Okay. Now you've got to be careful here, Simon. If he attacks with a Warrior Light, he basically loses. I think.
He can swing with a Lulu, and that's fine.
Oh. Yeah, because he can Amat the stand-up effect.
Yeah.
So he's going with that instead.
Huge! Oh, huge! Draw a lightning. Draw a fire and a lightning. We just got to draw a fire and a lightning.
Oh, God.
Simon's... Oh.
Simon is completely, I think, reeling after. He knew he had it, but didn't think that would be the way it would go.
Tyro. Doesn't matter what you search, it's not going to...
I think he's trying to get back to a Refia.
He's getting a wall.
No, he's getting a wall. Okay. That could be interesting. That could be a way to survive, but...
It's down to this draw. This
Yeah.
draw is going to make or break this game. He needs to draw a fire and a lightning. He's kept the Ishtola.
Come on, what do we see?
Heart of the cards.
There's
It's
no
the
lightning.
bash, and is that a Matoya? It is a
It is.
Matoya.
Oh, no lightning.
So...
Oh, dear. Okay, so Simon dodging a bullet, Matrix style. What do you do here? Because your Matoya options are very limited, right?
I think you just pass. Another thing to note is Kryl. Kryl can potentially... Yeah, because Tyro is down now, it means Kryl is live for any summon that either Simon or Mike has used, i.e. Ami.
Yeah, this is very true. Although at the same time, I suppose you could also use it to stand your backups, your forwards backup, actually. So Simon necessarily not dead at all, even if there was a forward there, but...
Nah, he's holding strong. If he can... I think if Simon survives these next 2 turns, he will win. Because his board state is really good. And he's done well to establish the state while managing the damage to a certain degree, that one play aside.
Yeah, exactly. It's a shame he hasn't been able to poke any additional damage through on Mike, but...
You can't.
No,
you
exactly.
really can't.
Especially after that Ami. That was a huge Amat.
There was a big roll of the dice there. And Joe,
I think Mike is considering playing the Matoya. But no, he is just passing. I don't hate this. Keep that Ishtola in hand.
My only worry is Tyro with Kryl. There's a Toto, there's a Brynhilde. No, that's not great.
No.
There's the big Walt.
Oh, yeah. Namesake.
The thing is, no Raffia. So, the only way that Simon can stop this Ishtola is...
Well, he's got a Lena there, so Refia's in the break zone, right?
Did he draw another Lena?
Yeah, he's got a Lena in hand. Then we're sorted.
Oh, yeah. We're living our best life. We play the Raffia off.
Am I remembering right though as well? Doesn't Faris have to target something, or am I thinking of something else?
Which Faris? Now this one.
This one. Choose up to 1 4.
Opponent controls.
Okay.
Opponent controls.
That's fine. We're good.
Opponent
Okay.
controls.
I think I'm thinking
accidentally
Luneth
blow
or
up the
something.
own board.
Yeah.
No, Luneth does. Luneth is
exactly.
forward.
Yeah. So here we go. Lana probably getting the Raffia here. I think this is perfect.
Probably is the Raffia.
Okay. Oh no! Goodbye, Ishtola.
No, not like this.
Oh, that was perfect.
Not like this.
That is one way.
Get it out of removed.
Yeah, get it out of here.
Get it out of here. And he drew a goblin. I think that might be the one. That's pretty good.
Yeah, chat loving it.
Chat, what are your opinions on Zidane? Keep them brief.
This Zidane is definitely better than the mono win Zidane. That thing needs to be banned quick.
It's Jova. It is so Jova.
Yeah.
Well.
And we've still got an Amat in hand there.
So this is the point where... Oh, he's not swinging with that Kryl.
No,
he's using the effect.
I think we're casting Azura here to stand up the backups. Yeah. I don't hate this because he has the Amat. Yeah, do it, Simon. You got this. I think that's... we're looking at game now because Mike is now reeling.
Activate Zidane. Zidane has haste.
I think... The thing is, I think you can wait. You're not going to get...
You could do either.
Yeah, I don't... I think I like the idea... Oh, no, it's not an Amat in hand. It's a Brynhilde.
So what he can do is he can activate Kryl as well. No, he's just going for the backups. Fair enough. Not the worst thing by any stretch of the imagination.
Having an extra 2k from the... Oh, and hitting that Amat's nice. Yeah, but having the 2k buff from the Tyro is nice.
I'm guessing there's not going to be much in the way of EXs in Mike's deck.
No. But some big hits on Mike's side there.
He drew another wall.
But he can't play it, though. He's got... But he does have Matoya.
He can play it.
Can he? Oh, sorry.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Yeah, 7 cost, of course. I'm not sure that you don't...
If he hits an Ishtola.
Yeah.
If he hits an Ishtola.
He's probably counting it now. Yeah, because of that wall, he cannot play the Matoya to break everything on the board.
He does have the Brynhilder in hand, yeah. No, good pointing out there on the chat. Matoya?
He doesn't have the CP
He doesn't have the CP, he's got to go for the wall.
Yeah, I think he has to. Well, he does have Goblin. Could he play a forward and Goblin? And then you're running into the Brynhilder anyway. Oh, edgy of seat stuff here.
This has been a good one. Props to both players for making this one an entertaining one.
Yeah, especially since I thought it was going to be over in 5 minutes after we saw a turn 1 extra.
He's going for it.
Yeah.
He's going for it.
Another big old wall.
Ledner.
Ooh.
Oh, Ledner. Lark.
Oh, Ledner.
Ledner Lark. Goblin.
Oh, and
Ledner Lark. Goblin. Does it work?
I mean, your opponent would be forced to discard 2 just to be able to get it to...
Does it work? Ooh.
No, but it looks like he's going with a white tiger.
It won't matter because of wall. No, I'm getting too hypey ahead of myself. This has been a fun one. Nimbus is not a bad chat by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, again, this is in theory a way to deal with that Warrior of Light, but it'll then just stand up if a Refia comes back, so...
Ooh, so he's going Nimbus Lark, and then he can get the Goblin, give Nimbus haste, Dull Freeze again.
But we got the Brynhilda on the other side.
We do.
So, but it's not going to be enough because the Lulu won't make it 5k.
No, it won't be.
No.
Dull Freeze the Forest? Dull Freeze the wall? Or is he already Dull Frozen?
Oh, so no, it's fine. The wall pings for 5, so...
Yeah. Wall plus Brynhilder.
Oh, this is... Still, though, it still feels like it's right on a knife edge right now.
Yep, here it comes. Wall, ping, Brynhilder, ping.
Have it some more. Brynhilder. And it's going to give Simon a draw as well, which is valuable right now. So valuable. Oh. We got deck lists in front of us as well, by the way, guys, but we're not even looking at them. We cannot take our eyes off the screen.
No, I've really enjoyed this one. Because you keep thinking there's an answer and there's no Simon shut the door. And then you think, oh, he's drawn a new one. Nope, shut the door again.
Yeah.
Oh shit! He
did. Yeah, sorry.
Good.
Good catch there, Lismith. We'll just get them sorted and put on the bottom. Kitty is on his way. There's a good catch there. Sorry, we did not even see that. So shouldn't change the game state too much because you can just flip them underneath. But potentially there should be a judge nearby that might give a warning. I think for that. So yeah, there it is. All of them to the bottom, if you would please, sir. Yeah, good catch, guys. Good catch. Love it. We were so invested with what's actually happening on the board. Didn't even see that in the break zone there. Oh, good catch, Kitty. Well done. They got it. They sorted it.
Thanks to the guy in chat that shouted that one out.
Yeah, appreciate it. So, we're still waiting on the resolution of the Brynhilda here. Massive hit there. Like, you've got to go after the white tiger, right? So... So
he's getting the draw off the Goblin.
Yeah. Then that will kill it. So Simon survives again. I think he drew a bash. It's not going to be helpful here.
Nope, bash can't play it. You're on 6 damage.
No.
Hopefully he put that Dolan freeze, the one Dolan freeze he did get off the Nimbus, to good use.
Yeah. Now, as much as I like the Zidane to strip the Estola, it feels... Why is he reactivating there? Oh, sorry, it's past turn. I thought he was reactivating because of a
what was Dull Frozen off the Nimbus then?
Did we not get that far? It does have an entry effect, right?
Yeah, it should have happened.
I think we missed the tag.
I'll go double check.
Is it a May though? We'll have to check that.
No, it should be a must.
Must be cast with backups.
Yeah, he's untapped everything. I'll go clarify.
Sure. Sorry. Kitty's off again because it looks like obviously we missed the entry trigger on the white tiger, so it should at least get a Dull Freeze. I think it's being pointed out by Mike now. Yeah, makes sense because you cannot let that big wall keep pinging and keep swinging. Yeah, good call there, Mikey. Yeah, again, definitely was the wall. It's obvious option there. Does feel like
Got it.
yeah, it feels like Simon is hurting for another Refia here, but I think that we see a Leviathan in hand, which in theory wins him the game because he can bottom or top the wall and then bounce the Larcacus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't hate it being hardcast here.
Did you see what he drew for turn?
Yeah, so I believe it's a Leviathan in hand.
Mist Dragon.
Yeah, am I wrong? No, I know.
Is it Furion?
I know he's got a Furion there.
It's Furion.
So it must be Mist Dragon. Okay, so it's not Leviathan, so that's probably why he's not played it.
So you can play the Furion.
Yeah.
He's doing Kryle. Okay, so he's getting the Brynhilda. Yeah, Lulu Brynhilda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
break that wall. Brynhilda putting in work for Simon right now.
Double Mist Dragon on the draw. Full arts as well. Nice.
Rub it in, why don't you, Simon?
Now, he's done really well to contain this. It's very hard to play into these hyper aggro matchups because one misstep and you can lose. And he's managed this about as well as you could ask him to.
Yeah. So the Furion's going to have haste and draw, right, with the amount of characters?
Oh, yeah. Furion's not restricted to any particular colour, it's just characters.
Yeah. So here it comes, walking down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Gets the funniest looks.
Making his way downtown.
Oh, not the one I was going for. But you went Christmassy, I went with the monkeys.
Right, so how many attacks are we looking at here? Zidane is a free attack.
Yeah.
Furion is probably definitely going to attack because card draw is always good.
Yep.
Draws an arc. Oh, arc is big. If that is an arc, that is probably the game locker because then those forwards become way too big.
The thing is, you can't even block either because you just lose the guy on the effect of Furion. So.
Mm-hmm.
So you probably go Zidane now, right? Just go see what he's got. He's only got one card, so it's not going to be too impactful. But
do you? I think you do the Zidane just to scout out. But I wouldn't attack any more than that. The one thing to note is, if he plays the arc, I can't play the. I can't play the arc. He's got the CP for it.
Hang on though, doesn't he just win with the Faris trigger? Because he's got so many walls.
He's got the walls. So the lock dies for. I think he's won it for. No, you're right.
Yeah, if he just attacks with Faris,
yeah,
game over.
Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
But
chat's saying the same thing.
Yeah. Looks like Simon's missed this himself because.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he's still got it in the bag, but it looks like he's sacrificing the Lulu for nothing.
I don't blame him for not thinking it that way through because he's had to navigate a really hard matchup, and sometimes when your thoughts are on the defensive, you can miss the window for game.
Yeah,
it happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, so we're Mist Dragon in to protect the Lulu, I think.
Oh, there's probably a trade in there somewhere. Oh, he's removing the brakes and draw a card.
Yeah, and then making the
making it 5k.
The problem is, I don't think he wins now.
Nope, because 6 damage.
He attacks with Zidane and he attacks with Faris. Faris should have been the first attack. Actually.
I don't think you do attack now because you might run the risk of losing. I
still think you go with Zidane just to make sure you don't lose next turn with what he's got still.
It's a very hard one to navigate. It really is.
We could be seeing on like a wing go into pure heartbreak here because had Simon just done that right, he could be sitting next to us in 5 minutes' time. But
and he's worked hard enough to maintain this state for as long as he can.
Yeah,
he's thinking about attacking with the Zidane. He's what he should be counting is the Tolas.
How many?
All the Gilgas.
I was going to say, how many do you think he's running? We can check that ourselves.
That list is the one we want.
Yeah, that's the one we want. So we have got...
Oh, he sniped the Gilga. He sniped the Gilga.
So Ishtola is at 3 in Mike's list, and I think we've only seen one. So what he paused?
Oh, he had the Ishtola in hat. He drew the Ishtola, but he can't play it.
Oh no. Yeah. Miss lethal.
It was actually a very good thing that he did swing with that Zidane, because if he didn't, the Gilga would have gamed him.
Yeah. Well, no, because he's only got a lack left now, so no, he's lost his break zone. The Mist Dragon's not not a bad shout, but when you're missing lethal like that,
Yeah, it was the Ashtola.
Yeah, can't play the Ashtola. Turn. Oh, Simon dodging yet another bullet. This dude is in the Matrix.
That was an intense one. I enjoyed that one a lot.
We almost saw a heartbeat break. Come back from Simon. Almost misses lethal.
1, 2, 3, GG.
Yeah.
There we go.
God.
Well played from both.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah, much respect to Mike there. Went aggro out the gate, tried to keep his foot on the gas, but sadly, it just had the right answers at the right time from Simon.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's it. And when you put yourself onto 6 damage so early, you have to be very careful with the way you play, because one misstep and you are dead. So Simon did miss lethal, but I'm not going to hold it against him too much because it's a hard game state to play at the best of times.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll ask him about it, obviously, when we have a quick chat, just to see, obviously, his thoughts on the matter. Maybe there was something he had in mind that we didn't see, but we'll go from there. So, quick, be right back, guys. We'll go get Simon.
Sounds good. All right, guys, we're just about calming down in the booth after that one. Simon's here after what could be said as a pretty tense game. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, I've just about got my breath back from that one. That was exciting, yeah.
So, obviously, as soon as he goes turn 1, I believe it was Axstar Yazuki, did you assume it was a Magissa tireless list? Did you see the 7 CP wall coming?
I didn't see the 7 CP wall coming, but it was an aggressive start, right? So then I had the decision of, do I go into the backups or do I fight the aggression? So I went heavy on the first and into 3 backups. And that was okay, but I never got the 4th backup for quite a while, which I think hindered me a lot in that.
And that was it. And your EX bursts weren't great as well. I'm guessing you're ranging in the 15 to 20 range somewhere.
Yeah, so I think it's about 20
yeah.
EX bursts.
But you only hit the 1 Leviathan, and even then it wasn't the most valuable Leviathan in the world.
It put back a card that he's going to play again. And,
exactly.
And it's like that.
Mm-hmm. But how comfortable were you going to 6 damage and knowing that you could just maintain a stable enough board state that you weren't open to being...
When he went to battle phase with the warrior and I had the 4 that I could dull, I was okay with that because it meant no matter what happens in this battle phase, I'm not going to die now, right? It's not going to go to 7 damage. So at that point, I figured, well, I can keep doing this, and the longer I can keep doing the Refia tap 4 untap, then I'm in a more comfortable position. So I was fine going to the 6 damage, and I also wanted to hit more of the EX bursts for the resources. Because there was a couple turns, it was basically I would do stuff each turn and he would have to skip a turn to get the CP for his turn to make a play.
Yeah. So I know we quickly talked about out there at the table, but obviously I do feel something that was brought up in chat. You did miss lethal with the Faris there.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I mean, obviously, was it just the fact that you weren't quite sure, or was it a case that you just had something else in mind?
No, that was just a not enough practice on my part. I'm used to doing the Faris when it comes in. I occasionally forget that it gets it when it swings as well, right? And at that point, you can't really argue with missing lethal. You should definitely, take the lethal.
Yeah, we definitely thought, again, it was going to be a comeback of the ages, and then all of a sudden a heartbreak right at the end, but you luckily held out, which was great. So
yeah.
Did you remember the Ashtola was there the whole time?
Yeah, like that's why I got the Zidane back, because it's the one thing you try and have to avoid as much as you can is the Ashtola, because it would have been more sense for me to get the Refia back, and then I could have kept doing the 4, but I was like, I need to make sure he doesn't have a Ashtola in hand or I instantly lose, and he did have the Ashtola in hand when I did it, so I was glad I made that choice.
So is there any matchups in the room that you're particularly scared of, or you think you're alright at the moment?
I think that sort of matchup is the toughest matchup for the deck, when you're against an aggro deck, and if you can't set up, you don't really have... Well, I never saw Shantoto the whole game, so it's a case of if you have to fight the board with your subpar forwards versus all the aggression, it's a sticky spot to be in.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, just to wrap this one up, how's your 2023 been?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I mean, everyone loves the Winter Cup, right? Everyone's having a good time. It's fun.
Good time touring, getting in the competitive scene?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the last big tournament that was here. They did the Materia Cup. That was fun. And then, the Euros and everything has been great. So it's a fun game, and everyone really enjoys the new cards and the meta that they bring, right?
Exactly, and we've got plenty to look forward to. So, just to let you guys know, there is lunch break next. Some of you have already clocked it, but the next round will be getting underway at 2 p.m. is what I've been told.
That's right, and just as a little tidbit, just to keep you all ticklish and coming back, there's a big announcement coming up, just I believe before round 7. So stay tuned for that as well.
In the meantime, grab some grub, grab a drink, and we will see you in an hour. Don't go anywhere.